What's going on, Cat Gang? Harry here with two loving cats to tell you that the TDS devs have gone completely silent. Man, things were so awesome for a few days. The devs were leaking leaks, they were building suspense, they had everyone on the edge of the seat about this update, and now they haven't said anything in 48 hours. Maybe Mecha Ducky Doom got to them and silenced them. I was really hoping that when they finish with the leaks that they'd confirm the event release date, which I still think is going to be this weekend. But until I hear something official, I can't say for sure. All I can hope is that we don't see the return of Tower Delay Simulator. Luckily for me, I have such an amazing community that even without new leaks, I still got that drippy duck content because y'all left over 1,000 comments on my last video. Here is real footage of me reading every single one of those. In this video, I'm going to present to y'all the coolest predictions that you made about this upcoming event. A lot of these predictions were said by more than one of y'all. So instead of using every single comment, I'm just going to use the first one that I found about each topic. And by far, the most interesting theory that you guys came up with is the Mecha Penguin versus the Mecha Ducky Doom. Charles Plays Roblox says, the penguin and the duck are fighting each other. I mean, they're in the same battlefield and it looks like they're fighting each other if you look at the penguin image and this image. It could act like the monster unit from Frost Invasion. Maybe they fixed that bug. This is genius and I didn't even think about it beforehand. If you take the leaked penguin pic and the leaked Mecha Ducky Doom pic and put them side by side, it does look like they're facing one another. And the colors from both images are really similar. I thought this was just because they're both on the event map, but I guess they could still be on the event map in both pics, but they're on opposite sides. Now, if you don't know what the monster is that Charles was referring to, it was originally supposed to be a unit that spawned from our base on the Outpost 32 map in the Frost Invasion event. So even though it wasn't used in the event, the unit itself was left in the game and John Roblox used admin commands to spawn it for a video. So could the penguin actually be on the side of good this time, spawning from our base to attack the mechanical beast Mecha Ducky Doom? That would be just like when Godzilla would fight the other giant monsters while destroying the city and all the people had to run for cover. We'd get front row seats to two giant robots going toe to toe. Well, actually, I don't think that they'd fight. If Penguin's placed on the same path as Ducky Doom, then it's gonna have less health, and when it runs into Ducky Doom, it's gonna die. So maybe it'll have something like 500,000 health and Ducky Doom will have 1.5 million health. That way, we still have to fight a boss with 1 million health, but we'll also get to see a cool fight between these two giants. Another possibility is that if Penguin's on our side, he can use his beak beam to shoot Ducky Doom. Depending on how the TDS devs want to do this, the beak beam can either stun Mecha Ducky Doom, giving us more time to attack, or the beam itself can actually do damage. Again, I think it'd be amazing if they gave Mecha Ducky Doom something like 2 million health, but the fight with the penguin does 1 million total damage to him, meaning that for us, Ducky Doom would still be 1 million health boss. And here's a message from Mr. Catbra saying basically the same thing. Only with his idea, it seems like the penguin would stay in one spot near our base, and we'd have to press a button on it to make it fire its beak beam instead of the penguin fighting the duck on its own. Alright, moving on, here is Rodan Gaming with my second favorite fan theory. You don't need every tower to penetrate the metal on Mecha Ducky Doom. Maybe while we're attacking, his chest opens, revealing a weak spot, which would be the duck controlling it, and that's when our towers that don't have lead penetration could do some damage. But then it closes again, hiding that duck, and then again, only towers with lead penetration could do damage. This idea is so cool. This is a really popular boss mechanic in video games where it makes itself vulnerable for just a few moments, and that's when you really have to do damage. If this in fact happens, the boss fight will be epic. Oh, I just thought of this. What if we have to trigger Penguin's beak beam while the tiny duck inside of Mecha Ducky Doom is exposed? And that's the only way we could do enough damage to win the game. So if Ducky Doom can't attack our base, then maybe this isn't a cannon. And that's exactly what Peter Hay addresses when he says, to me, the cannon looks more like a flamethrower since on the right one, there's holes in it. He's referring to this area over here, and sure enough, I can see multiple holes, so it's probably not a cannon. I don't know if it's gonna be a flamethrower, although the image of a massive Ducky Doom leaning over our towers, raining fire from above is amazing. And another cool thing that Mecha Ducky Doom might be able to do with its weapons is what Jai Hiralal is saying, that Mecha Ducky Doom's weapons weapons might be able to kill our towers just like the Raider boss could. Now, this is a theory that I brought up before because it's only ever been used in TDS with one boss, the Raider boss from the Area 51 event, and this guy is crazy. He would actually kneel down, shoot a tower, and kill it, meaning that it could no longer attack permanently and would eventually despawn. Now, I didn't play in that event, so what I think this means is that after the Raider boss would attack a tower, it would break. So sometimes it would shoot and sometimes it wouldn't, and then eventually you'd look over and be like, oh, my tower's gone. If Mecha Ducky Doom used one of its weapons to do this, it would bring back an attack that only OG TDS players have seen and definitely make this event way more challenging, but also more exciting. Now, moving on to my third favorite fan theory, Miner says that the map might include a water path instead of a normal path. If the path's only gonna have ducks or penguins on it, then it could totally be water. Maybe the bottom of Mecha Ducky Doom isn't legs or a tank track, maybe it's a boat. I think the TDS devs just need to hire y'all to come up with ideas for events, because so far, these have been off the chart. A water path would be another totally unique thing in Tower Defense Sim, and I can't think of a better time to do it than now. It would also be cool if on the final wave, the penguin blocks the water path from Mecha Ducky Doom, so he's got to go around on a longer path, giving us more time to defeat him. All right, now let's talk about the little ducky inside of Mecha Ducky Doom. A Sandwich Lord guesses that he was bullied in some way by the other ducks for having glasses and being a nerd. We can tell because of his mechanical skills, he might want to get revenge on the ducks that bullied him. Okay, this is an interesting theory, because I thought this duck was the original Ducky Doom's child, or as Chen Cheng Li thinks, his little nephew. But if I'd been bullied in school for being a nerd, which I wasn't, maybe I would build a giant robotic duck to take my revenge. And I love how Sandwich Lord says he uses his nerd mechanical skills. That's why you don't bully nerds, kids. You never know when they're gonna build a giant mechanical duck with machine guns and rockets and flamethrowers, although they might have a hard time getting it past the metal detectors in modern American high schools. But wait a second, who is the duck trying to get revenge on? We didn't bully him, did we?
Why you bully me?
So what do y'all think? Is the duck inside Mecha Ducky Doom the original Ducky Doom's child / nephew? Or is it just a random duck that got picked on and was finally pushed too far? And finally, it wouldn't be a predictions video if somebody didn't try and predict the event tower. Nugo says, imagine we are getting a duck spawner tower spawning lots of ducks. Now, he could be talking about an enemy here, but I don't think so. I think he's talking about a spawning tower like the military base that spawns ducks instead of tanks. This was an idea I saw a couple of times, and someone even said that there could be a military base skin that changes the tanks into ducks. To be honest, I have no idea what the event tower could be for this event. I made a pretty detailed video about my predictions for last Halloween's event tower, which I thought was going to be a spawner tower, but it turned out to be the Executioner. Now, the reason I think it could be a spawner tower is that the creator of TDS, Below Natural, had one planned for the Halloween 2020 event, but he had to ditch it at the last minute when he learned that the Tower Battles Halloween tower was going to be a spawner tower. So I still think that Below wants to put another spawner tower into the game. I just don't know if it's going to be in this event or a future one. And on that note, go ahead and smash that like button with your forehead if you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And I will see you guys at the event. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace!